Alright guys, Hayzink here, welcome back to the channel for another Disgaearpg video. So, we've got some things happening on the horizon and today we're going to talk about the upcoming raid event. There's still enough time just now to get some prep in, so it feels like it's a good time to kind of put this video out just now. Obviously the raid drops on the 16th, today is the 6th. So it gives you 10 days to potentially work on some teams, some strategies and stuff like that. If you haven't already, consider liking the video, subscribing to the channel and all of that good stuff. So I reached out to Makoto, one of the developers, or one of the team that works with the developers, I'm not 100% sure. But I asked basically, is this raid going to be Desco 2? Because what people maybe don't know is in Japan there was 3 Desco raids. There was Desco Beta, Desco 1 and Desco 2, okay? Now we seem to have skipped Desco Beta and we went straight to Desco 1. So the obvious logical assumption was going to be we would go to Desco 2, but with Bulk Trend, you never really know what they're going to do. So I decided to reach out and I asked the question and I was told that the new raid would be based on Desco Beta 2, Desco Raid 2. Now, what I think that means is by based on, I think there might be some slight changes to it, and I feel like the changes are pretty obvious. I'll go over them during this video, but let's just go ahead and talk about what you need for the Xeno Raid 2. Okay, this is the one that we're going to get in the middle of the month. So first off, building your teams. You want to try and have teams that are made up of either sword characters, fist characters, or monster magic characters, okay? I can't say I'm 100% sure who people are going to be running just now as monster magical characters, but for example, I'm thinking if I wanted to, I could probably run something along the lines of a Mega Braveheart team. Now, not all my Osalias yet are there. They're not quite at the level of having Mega Braveheart. I think one of them does. My Mega Braveheart bot team would be more along the lines of this. I think for raids, I'm probably going to at least try to see if I can do something to this kind of level of effect. Where is the final one? It would be him. All those characters have Mega Braveheart. Yep. If they get hit, they're going to have a bit of a hard time getting through Desco at the higher levels. But all of those guys can cast Mega Braveheart on Kildare, and Kildare can do most of the damage that's going to be rocking. Now obviously I've got Laharo there who could probably put in a bit of damage himself due to the fact that it is boosting sword characters, but predominantly the build you're going to want to go for are either going to be your solid fist teams, Mega Braveheart bots or sword teams. Now obviously the things that we found out from the last raid, Mega Braveheart is the way to go, as it's going to take you as far as it will take you, and it's definitely the way to go. Now the change that I feel that they're going to make from JP is actually quite simple. In JP, this raid went to level 7,000, okay? We are having the level cap increased to 7,900 at the same time that this raid drops. So the fact that it's based on, which to me implies there could be some changes, I think that means that they're probably going to increase the level cap. The reason I'm saying that is because you don't really want to have your team being stronger than the raid boss. So I feel that having it at level 7,000, they're probably going to think to themselves, we need to raise the cap on this. So I wouldn't be surprised if that maybe goes to 9,000 or maybe even 9,999. I don't know. I really don't know, but I think that that's a fair kind of guess to make it what they're going to do here. Now, obviously a lot of you guys probably paid attention last time I made a video, and a lot of people figured this out for themselves without the need of a video. You don't actually have to beat high level raid bosses to get all the rewards, okay? Now, I don't know how they're going to handle cheaters this time around, because if we're being completely honest and completely frank, they never did a good job last time of handling cheaters. They banned a couple, they temporarily suspended a couple, and I think they reset points of a couple more, and those people just ran straight back up the leaderboard. Doesn't really make a lot of sense. Personally, I think you need to take quite a hard line on this. I know it's not nice to get people banned, but at the end of the day, you know the rules. If you're going to cheat, then you deserve to get banned, plain and simple. So I do hope that Boltrend do a better job this time at handling cheaters on the raid. But ultimately, you guys seen, there isn't a huge difference between winning the raid and not winning the raid. I mean, you get 500 quartz for just taking part, you know. So honestly, I wouldn't really sweat about your positioning. So what you should do is basically get together with a group of friends or like-minded people on a Discord. Again, my Discord has a section for raids, and it will probably be extensively used again this time. I suggest what you do, and I've not done this for a few days, so we'll be able to see just how much people have been quitting the game. If you go to your logins, start deleting off these people. Start deleting off people who haven't logged in for quite some time. Not Gacha. Gacha's obviously not going to get deleted. He's got a reason for not logging on. But yeah, you need to start going in and deleting off these people who haven't been logging in. That'll give you some spaces, and then when you join a group of people who are trying to boost, who are trying to farm raid bosses, you're going to have plenty of spaces where you can add active players. Last time in my Discord, it was crazy trying to add people because you could only add 5 people a day. So trying to clean up your friends list as you're doing raid becomes a bit of a nuisance. So I suggest, if you can, you should probably clean up your box just now for your friends. Give yourself some space, and then that way when raid comes along, you're going to be able to add the right people and really make a good stab at getting the raids complete. Now, to those of you who maybe didn't watch that last video, the strategy is very simple. Get to a raid boss that's a decent level, maybe 3,500, 4,000. Then all you want to do is send that raid out. Don't attack it yourself, just send that raid out. And all you need to do is you need to attack raids that have been sent to you. Very simple. So basically, don't use your own raids, use your friends' raids. That way you'll stand at a certain level, you'll gain plenty of points for your roulette rewards, and you will not get bottlenecked by a difficulty level that you find hard to beat. Same goes for badasses. Is that what they're called? Badasses? I can't even remember anymore. I think they're called badasses, aren't they? Yeah, whatever. They send out those to you, and you can basically beat your friends, and whenever you generate one, you send it to them. You still get an absolute bucket load of points for doing it this way. I think a lot of people on my Discord, players like Buddha, etc., they cleared off the roulette in a matter of days. It depends how active you want to be, but with the fact that we do have an event running at the same time, it's probably going to be a lot quicker to get the rewards from raid this time. So again guys, if you're focusing on raid, remember you want to run either a sword team, a fist team, or a monster magic team. You can probably make some decent Mega Braveheart teams to get through the raid. Just use the same strategy as before. Use a good DPS character, boost them, and you'll be good to go. Honestly, trying to use a specific forte to beat the raid is probably going to let you struggle. So what I would aim to do is just have your DPS being of that forte. So try and have your DPS as either a sword or a fist, and you'll probably find that you'll have a much better time at beating the higher level Descos. Now, just to make you aware as well, she does still have the standard thing where she's going to yog and clear off your boosting stats and stuff like that. Now, you can't put status down on her or anything like that. There's nothing that you can do. You can't reduce her defense or attack or anything like that. So just bear in mind with this one, a bit of RNG can sometimes come into play if you're trying to beat the level 7,000 or higher boss. So if you've got your Mega Braveheart team set, bear in mind, it might get cleansed a few times, but if you stick with the plan, it'll eventually work and you'll push yourself onto higher levels. But if you just want to get rewards, don't even bother. Just get to a level that you're good with, get a group of friends in a Discord, and rinse, repeat, beat that boss, and you will get every reward that this Raid has to offer. Anyway guys, I've been Hayzink, thanks for joining me on this video, and as always I will catch you on the next one, dudes, and peace.